Welcome back to another Phill-osophy Arc episode. In this episode, I'm covering hunting and gathering. Whether you use a trowel in the garden, a fishing hook or a lure down at the river, a gun or a shotgun or a bow in the forest or the hunting range, hunting is about finding a food source. We've been doing it for hundreds of thousands of years. Before we had weapons, tools, binoculars, guns, anything, before we had bows and spears, before we had rocks and sticks. Us living creatures on this planet have been looking for a meal and hunting and gathering for a long, long time. Whether it's the tiny little seed shrimp in my fish tanks and bowls of water, flicking their little legs in their little things to catch the particles and eat them. And they're a successful creature. And they're just hunting and gathering as much as we want to be, So, from the oldest creature to the most modern, newest creature, Well, relatively new we are, aren't we, folks? We've all been hunting and gathering. We just use different tools, different methods, different appendages and filters on our bodies, or little filtered mouth parts, We're all just out here trying to get a feed. And no matter how we do it, it's a pretty enjoyable sport, to pit ourselves against nature for a meal. And successful trip means we eat, and unsuccessful means we go home hungry. And that's a pretty fun thing, because getting out there on a river or out in the bush alone for hours and hours, nothing but a bottle of water, a snack and an emergency GPS beacon. And our wits about us. But it's great to be out there, to enjoy nature in its purest form, and to get out there and hunt and challenge ourselves to see if we have what it takes to actually survive out there. In the past, people did it every day. They were hunting for survival. Now we hunt for pleasure, but some of us still hunt for meals and food sources, I love nothing more than helping my friends shoot and catch and butcher and bleed and harvest a deer. Because having steaks the next morning, hot off the press, is awesome. I love a good trout recipe, good redfin recipe, I like a nice, I can't even say it, so good. A good cod recipe. A huge piece of cod, just to fill it off the sides, cut them into long big fat strips and double crumb them and fry them, far out with a good sauce. The art of hunting, truly. Or a good slow cooked deer is another good one. Delicious. Now, as time goes on, our idea of hunting is just supermarket shelf into the shopping trolley. It's kind of sad, really, that hunting is frowned upon these days, I reckon. Especially fishing. That's any bloke on a dating profile website, whatever, in his picture holding a fish, yeah. Nothing's a turn off like that, eh? Yet between the blokes, it's just oh man, hunting and fishing, blokes love that. Huh. Maybe women on the social and dating platforms hate a man hunting or with a fish because it's he's happy. He's happy. Get him, boys. Cuffs. Cuff him. That's why we go out alone, brothers. Because we want to be alone. Ain't no deer nagging us. If it did anyway, Yeah. Ain't no trout telling me take my pictures down because they're uncool of having a big fish. No redfin nagging me about get this done, honey. This is overdue. It's nah, set that hook. Have some fun hunting, folks, and get out there maybe. If you haven't tried fishing, give it a crack. Watch a few little videos, or hell, and you know me, call me up and I'll take you fishing. Yeah, 6 years of Keel Valley fishing experience. Not as much as the other blokes, but goddamn, I find some good spots and get some good trout out there. So, enjoy hunting and gathering. So gathering. Gathering is a whole great avenue. There's a lot of Australian edibles, plants and things like roots, leaves, berries, all of it, it's fantastic. On the side of the road, you can find wild plants that are just standard fare, like mint and dandelion roots and things like that. You can find mint growing on the rivers. You can find native mint growing on the rivers, both of which make some great tea. Flowers like violets. Violets are a great one. They grow everywhere. They grow in gardens. Harvest some and then put them on a salad. Thistles. If they got the fresh purple flowers, you just pull that head right out, and then you hold onto the white part and you eat the purple bits, you know, like just tasty as. You can also get, from a thistle, you can chop off, you get the stem, the leaf, you pick the leaf off carefully, and then from the base of it to the tip of it, you just, with a knife, and you take all the outer spiky bits off, and you get a piece of celery, basic celery. Gathering, just grazing on like fruit trees when they're in season. They grow everywhere. Whether it's like blooming blackberries along the river, raspberries grow on top of Mount Bogong, crab apples, figs, plums, lemons, limes, oranges, grapefruits, like anywhere in town this stuff's growing. Whether it's a friend's backyard or a farm, you know someone at the farm, you know. They just got a massive orchard, they'll like go for it, you know. Olives is another good one. Sometimes you see an olive tree randomly in a parkland, you know. There's a parkland I know near my parents' house from back in the day. It's got like hundreds of olive trees. Just free olives everywhere. Free mulberries everywhere too, you know. Basically, hunting and gathering doesn't have to be killing something. Taking a life, you know. It can just be picking leaves. Or fruit, or berries, or shoots, or roots. There's a lot of great like traditional salads out there you can make from like English introduced plants. Like the shoots of a dandelion, the fresh leaves of a dandelion go in a salad. Dandelion flowers into a salad. There's a lot of non-toxic options out there. And hell, like when I'm fishing sometimes, I'll see like cherry tomatoes in this one area out near Smoko. Like handful of cherry tomatoes and a trout. Yes, please. You know? That's like hunting and gathering, which I love. So if you're interested in any of this, folks, like have a look through some books of like native edibles or how to pick mushroom guides, or in fact go out with a mushroom expert who's been doing it for a while and can identify them so you can get the right ones. Because no one likes a crappy beef Wellington, you know. So watch out for the good plants and the good things. Have a look at fishing. That's a good entry level to hunting. As you go up in caliber and fishing rod and lure size, you're basically just looking for bigger and bigger dinners at that point, you know. But it's a good bunch of fun. And it's a way to get away from the world and embrace our human roots, you know, caveman and our animal. Go out there and hunt. Bring something home to eat, you know. It's fun. It's sustainable. It's delicious. And it gets us out of the house. So, this is Phill-osophy Arc. Love you all. I love myself. Catch you later. Hey, future racer here. If you're finding the Phill-osophy Arc series inspirational, educational, entertaining, humorous, or it's giving you a little smile, think about liking and subscribing. If you have a family member, loved one, or friend who you think could equally benefit from this series, think about sharing it with them.